Hey guys, so in our project, we know that we are comparing chloroplast and mitochondria, and we are figuring out how those aliens get their energy. So on our diagrams or on our projects, we know that we have the chloroplast picture that we've already made, and these little circles are called chlorophyll, and we have those labeled. We know that we've put under chloroplast that it creates energy from sunlight, and then we're going to add our description. So in the middle, you have put, in the middle of your project or your assignment, you have put the research answer that you put in CTLS. And remember, Ms. Humphreys goofed and did not grade those, so you will not be counted off twice. So simply just put the same answer you put in CTLS. On the other side, we have our mitochondria, and we have our diagram of our mitochondria with our outer membrane, our inner membrane, and our matrix labeled. One more time, that's outer membrane, inner membrane, and matrix labeled. And again, please feel free to pause this video and write that down at any point. So we have on the mitochondria our diagram and our labels, and we know that mitochondria creates energy or ATP for our cells. So that is our brief description. Now let's talk about the process that it undergoes to make that situation we just talked about, right? So it makes energy, quote. Okay, how does it do that? Well, we're going to start with the chloroplast because this, as you can see from this diagram, is a circle. We interlocked with each other as we talked about in class. So our chloroplast gets energy from the sun. UV rays, light energy goes into our chloroplast. It mixes in there, so the light combines, literally photosynthesis means light combines with that chlorophyll to rearrange its chemicals and create two new things. So one more time, those UV rays go into that chlorophyll, they rearrange some chemicals, and out comes these two items. Like a machine, it combines the light and the energy, the chlorophyll and the light to create two new items. One of them is called glucose. And what this is sugar. This is the scientific word for sugar, glucose. And the plant uses that for its energy, right? So the plant uses that glucose as its sugar, as its energy, and it gives off oxygen. So oxygen is the waste product of photosynthesis. And this is where I want you to remember that it is a waste product. So we call that plant farts. The plant expels the oxygen as waste. So it is a plant fart is oxygen. All right, so that is photosynthesis. The light mixes with the chlorophyll, the chemicals rearrange to create glucose and oxygen. The plant uses the glucose for energy, and it releases the oxygen as waste, aka a plant fart. So we have explained that on our chloroplast side. Now on our mitochondria side, we're talking about cellular respiration. Now this literally means cells respiration means to breathe. So here in this note, you'll see that it means to take in oxygen and give off CO2. Your cells are breathing. So this oxygen the plant gave off, that oxygen, that plant fart, we have breathed it in. And when we ate our own glucose, our own sugars, right, that we get from our food, that combines with the oxygen in our mitochondria, and our mitochondria takes in that oxygen, takes in that glucose, and it spits out ATP. It spits out energy. So our body has energy, and the waste product that's left, when we get rid of that ATP, the waste product that's left is carbon dioxide and water. Well, we use the water, just like the plant used the glucose. We use the water because we need to keep water in our cells, right? And our waste product that we breathe out, that we expel, get rid of, is carbon dioxide. Well, the plant takes in that carbon dioxide, the light energy, and the photosynthesis, and spits out sugar and oxygen. The mitochondria takes in the oxygen and a glucose and spits out water, CO2, and ATP. See how it's a circle? So one more time, our mitochondria, we are going to eat our sugars, breathe in our oxygen, and that is going to respirate in our cells. That oxygen's going to go in. We're going to spit out some ATP. We're going to make some nice energy over here. And we, as mitochondria, are going to release water that our cells need, and CO2 that we're going to breathe out as a waste product. And when those two things combine with light, we start the cycle all over. Okay? So that is an explanation of photosynthesis and cellular respiration, and we have those explanations on our chloroplast side and our mitochondria side.